All right, it's the Bright Queen, and I am indeed bright as I am lit by the sun. It's also Jabria and Queen Sensitivity. My hair is like it's not cropping. Today the message was quite clear, as we'll see soon. But yesterday when I was driving home, this song Clarity came on by Vance Joy, and I knew it was like, there's a helicopter now. I knew it was like important because I was driving, but then like I stopped at a red light, and so I was able to like look down at my phone, and I like saw like the actual word clarity. And then I looked up when the light turned green, and to my left was this like truck car, like a company vehicle, and it said clear C. So I was like, okay, there's something going on with clarity. And this message is romantic. Last night I had 2 dreams that were very vivid and detailed about someone that I guess I have a crush on. But I don't usually have dreams like about people like that, especially not about this person. And so like I really like took note of it. And it was like basically like a manifestation in both dreams about like my fears regarding this connection. And usually like if I have a dream, I don't go back into it, so to speak. The times that I have, I feel that it's like dreams that like my subconscious is like really trying to like bring these to my attention and like clear through. Cause like the first one, I woke up at 4:22, and then I arrived here to record this at 8:22. So 22, that's a very romantic number in my opinion, to do with partnerships. And then I like was awake, and then I went back to sleep, and I dreamt of this person again, like with different fears in this regard. And so I feel like the message is like getting clarity around like a connection. I'm hearing a special connection, to like see the truth of it, and see the truth of like yourself in it, and like your part in it. And just I think clarity in all aspects, because I feel like, at least for myself, I can't speak for the people, and I know that I'm very different from a lot of people, but I don't really think about like I guess coupling too much. Like a lot of my thoughts are usually about like other stuff. Like I have a very like expansive mind. I think a lot about like where we are and like I think very macro, like where we are, how can I help to return us home, what can I get like my memories activated about home. Like I think about stuff like that, like, and how like I want to live my life and what I want to say. Like I think like that. And then I also like live like in the moment. Like I really try to enjoy like moment things. And so I feel like I don't really think too much about like relationships and stuff like that much. And the other day I did, and it surprised me. I was just driving along like I usually do, going to places I usually go to, and like this feeling just hit me of like loneliness. And I was like, oh shit, like I'm alone right now. I hadn't even like realized it. I do a lot of things by myself because I just like myself. And it doesn't ever like occur to me like to be like sad or feel lonely about like spending this excessive amount of time to myself. I don't know if it's excessive, like it's not nearly enough, but it just hit me out of nowhere. I was like, oh shit, like this day to day, I would like to be with someone in a romantic capacity. Like that day I was like, it would have been nice to like have a hand to hold, have someone to snuggle with, you know, and do all those other things with. And I usually don't feel like that, but it like hit me. And so I feel like that's also a part of the message, is like, what have you been holding back? Because I spoke the other day about like finding out what you want, finding out about like what you actually want. And I feel like, from myself, from my own perspective, because I can really only talk about me a lot of the times, is like I was raised in this very independent kind of way, especially like for my own like sense of like safety and stability. Like I feel like I had a lot of like, okay, I'm gonna like rely on myself like at a younger age. And I feel like a lot of people did this as well, you know, the state of the world. And so like I sometimes like view, or a lot of times I view like being with someone as like a sign of weakness, or wanting someone or thinking about someone in a certain light, you know, in that soft, ooey gooey kind of light, as like, oh, this is like a weakness. And this was, I feel like, a huge like sign from like my soul of like, no, this is something that you're actually like wanting. This is actually something that is important to you. And it's time to admit that. It's time to get clarity on that. So yeah, I'm gonna pull a card, and I feel like the fairies are really important right now. I'm just gonna pull one because I don't feel like I need to like do a lot of stuff. So one sec. Yeah, I just had like other memories while I was doing this, but I got the deck here. But I just remember like growing up, it was always like I never wanted to tell like my mother or like people in my family that I had a crush on someone, because I always saw it as a sign of weakness. Like I wanted them to be asking me about other things, and I feel like that's still valid. Like, start asking girls about other things, like the things that they work on, because I'm very smart and I wanted them to be impressed by like my academia or my academics, whatever the right word is. And people would just be like more focused on like dating and stuff, or like ask me about the books I'm reading, because I'm an avid reader. And anyways, yeah, I saw that as a sign of weakness. And so I feel like for me, I keep expressing, hopefully these are like relating to you, but like I said, I can only speak for myself. For me, like this is something I need to like heal. Like this is something I need to express, that's like I've like not suppressed it, because I feel like I'm a fairly romantic person, but I've kind of like fogged it over and kind of attempted to like dull its significance in my life. And so now it's like time for the clarity of that. So because I don't have two hands, I'm just gonna pull. I feel like this one on the bottom is important. Yeah, something with fairies. Fairies were like something I felt today. That was just from last time. Okay, we have showing up, and I feel like there's one more. two more. Dancing in light, and then we have time to tinker. It's 8:33 now. I pulled one. I said I was gonna pull one, and then I pulled four. But we're gonna stick with these main three, because the last one was like energy from a different reading. So this card, I always kind of consider who's Cinderella. I always consider this card as like the Four of Wands card. I don't know why, but to me this card feels, can I speak? This card feels very like ancestral. It feels like this has been, not even ancestral, it feels ancient. And I feel like for those of you who are resonating like this connection, and for some people it's like coming in, like you haven't met or like been aware of this person yet in this life, or they're gonna present themselves in a new way, like maybe you know of them but like you don't know yet. This card feels very ancient. It feels like something that was like kept hidden in like an underground ancient cave in a little egg, but it's like this super powerful thing. And then one day these adventurers stumble upon it, and they are like, holy shit, look at this egg. And like after all this time, like it's still like perfect. And I'm hearing like that's the thing about like true things. That's the thing about like love, like things that actually like are of that essence. Like they don't dim, they don't alter, they don't rust. And that's how I feel about this connection. Like this connection feels very like just perfect. Like there's nothing that could possibly be added to it. There's nothing anybody could possibly take away from it. And it's just been like preserved in this cocoon. So I don't know, maybe somebody need to hear that. Like it's perfect still. And then it's showing up. It's showing up. So maybe like you've been seeing different signs in your reality about this connection. Like maybe you and this person have been communicating. Maybe you've been communicating telepathically, you know. But there's something that's about this connection that's showing up. Okay? My arm is like hurting. Poor Jabria. Ah! And then we have here time to tinker. So I feel like with this card, it's feeling like it's time to like invest in this connection is how I'm gonna word it. I gotta keep an eye on my time. It's time to invest in this connection again, is what I'm hearing. Like, let's say maybe you tried something before and it didn't turn out how you wanted it to turn out, or like I said, some people haven't met this person yet in this life, and they're like, okay, like I gave up. And I feel like Spirit is saying, your highest self is saying, like, try again, motherfucker. I don't know where I get that from. Try again. Oh my God, where is that from? What reference is that? I don't know. Maybe you know. But that's what I'm feeling. Like it's time again. And I feel like for some people, it's time to really get in like your like self-care bag. Like start like freshening up and whatever that means for you. Okay, you don't have to go by societal landscaping by any means. I'm seeing two birds flying together now. And remember earlier how I said there was a helicopter? After that, there was another helicopter. So if you've been seeing things in twos, 222s, this is a sign. This is a sign that like it's time to, if you just feel like for some people like in your heart like is not like meant for you to like, I don't know, reach out or something or to do certain things, I feel like you need to at least like honor like how you feel about this connection and be open to how you feel about this connection, and not like try to like play yourself into thinking like this wasn't what it was. I always really like loved that those scenes in The Notebook, and in particular like the ones like I think on the first and the second night, this first night, second day, that Allie and Noah were reunited, and she'd like stop and like look at him and be like you haven't changed, like you're the same, like but you're different though, but you're the same as like you were before. And like when she was on the porch with him and she was like it was real, like wasn't it, like how we felt about each other all those years ago. Like, you know, you grow up or there's time in between like, you know, the events, and you start to try to like convince yourself that there's no way it could have been like that magical, but it was that magical. And I feel like I'm hearing it's high time you like really admit this, and if you need to like grieve it for some people, or dare to hope. All right. And then the last one, we have Dancing in the Light. I saw a post today by Darius J. Wright, and it was like fear like kills your lightness or something like that, but it was something to do with light, and basically saying like how fear like is the only thing that can stop it, or fear stops it within you from like reaching where it needs to go. And so they're saying again, like, it's time to be fearless again. It's time to let go of your fears and your doubts and your pride and your ego. And like I feel like there's like this fear of like, if I do this, then I'll look like this. Like, I'll look like an idiot, or I'll look like somebody who's desperate, or I'll look like somebody who like is still lusting over someone and still yearning for someone. I'll look like someone who hasn't taken the hint. I'll look like someone who's trying, you know, like that, all these things. And I feel like it's time to let go of all that. I'm here just like, let go, just let go, just say fuck it, like let go of it. I'm hearing like, be like Noah. Like Noah was so like sure of his feelings, and like he never, maybe I'm forgetting something, but I feel like as far when I look back, he never like tried to pretend like he didn't feel how he felt. He built that damn house for her, like even the whole time while she was just like, I'm a married woman, and he was like, not yet, not yet, you ain't, not yet, you ain't, like there's still time. Like he always like made himself like very like clear, verity, honesty, clarity. And I'm also hearing like clear, like they say in like hospital context, like they say clear, and that everybody has to remove their hands from the body before one person goes in and like applies that shock to the heart to return it to its natural rhythm. And I feel like that's also like important here, like remove all these so-called obstacles and all these things that you're like saying, this is stopping me, remove them. Clear, especially other people's opinions, clear them hoes out, and then like allow like that shock wave to come through you to return you to the rhythm of like this connection. I was gonna say like love in general, but no, like this connection. Because like that's also like, I feel like a denying that this is not important, denying that this isn't like what you know it is. It's that magical 1 in a billion egg in that lost ancient cave somewhere in the world that's discovered by people who were brave enough to go seek it. This is the Bright Queen. Thank you for your support. Thank you for appreciating all that I do and all of my hard work and sharing my beautiful gifts, talents. I'll see you soon. Comment if you resonated with this.